Now can you hear me? You still can't hear. GMC, you don't hear anything, right? No sound. No sound, really? I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Audio. Scroll it. Scroll it. Oh, wait a minute. So this one scroll it. Why is it scroll it? Focus right. USB. Nothing? Now I have no picture. Better, you can hear me? There's no switch on the mic. I use Focusrite, yes. You can hear me. I'm echoing. It could be, well, first of all, the picture's not working now. Okay, so what's up with that? I don't know. So it's frozen. Working. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I think this is as good as it's going to get. I now you're really distant. Back. You can hear me now? This show must go on, right? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. The big mic is broken. It sounds fine to me. The only thing it could be, no, that doesn't make sense. Go for it. You can hear and see me. Okay. Let's just do it. That's what I think. Let's just do it. Okay, so I'm sorry that the sound is not good. It works for me, but it doesn't work for you guys. I'm really sorry. It could be the only thing I could think of it is the fact that I've hit the door. I just, let's just go with it, all right? If you can't hear, I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. The only thing I can think of is that I positioned the camera farther away than usual, but yeah, did you guys hear, I just want to know, did anyone hear file 44 from SG&O? I thought that was really a very interesting file. Quite outweighs your file. The sound is clear, just a little different. Okay, yeah, it's a little different. I hear it too. I mean, it's not, I don't know. Let's see. There it is. Okay, I got it back. It's better now. Go for it. Did that change everything just now? Are we back to normal? Yeah. White hats. Okay, so let's. They really just go with it. Yeah, let's just go with it. Absolutely, I'm for that. Yeah, it seems that. we have to deal with what we have. Okay, so yeah, so I mean, if you want me to look at the intel, I looked at the intel already. It doesn't seem that interesting, but no, but acceptable. Visualize us too as in closing proximity. Okay. Let me just. It's not gonna work. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's just go with it. I probably lost Rumble now, but that's okay. The sound's a little different. I don't know what's the matter with the sound, but is that different? Is that better now? Do you like the sound better like that? Intel no good. All right, let's look at the intel and see what we can find. Okay, let's here. We're gonna go to the intel and we'll see what you guys think. All right, here we go. So nobody got to hear SG and on, correct? Yeah, I'm going with it. That's what I'm gonna do. Nobody listened to SG and on. I thought it was. I put it out on the Intel channels. I thought it was really interesting. And let's see what else we can find here. I'll check with the white hats. I didn't see anything new there. I don't really think there's much new. I mean, I think the news is more interesting on the. Yeah, this is the Durham thing. We got that already. We did that last night. It's a picture of. What's that? V for Vendetta. Okay, this looks interesting. Okay, so this guy is saying that everything in V for Vendetta it's 17 years old and everything is predicted. And if that's true, that means that that Carl from New Zealand, that Magic Eyes Only, is the one that will, has the correct interpretation of the events as they're coming forth. I haven't changed the mic. The mic there's no controls. The only control is on the Focusrite, and the Focusrite I'm doing it just the way it's always been done. So, it's better now. I don't know. It feels like something's about to go down. MS. The intel comes and goes tonight. There was a new situation update that we the people may, and SGNon is my two favorites. Yeah, I thought SGNon's intel tonight was amazing. Yeah, it does sound a little tinny. I don't know what it is, but you can get my wrench. All right, so yeah, so they're saying that V for Vendetta is 72 hours in history will be made starting this Friday. Okay, watch the ISO 222 migration, 72 hours in which history is written. This coming weekend is the focus of the ISO 222 migration in international payment transactions. In addition to the Target 2 T2S consolidation as a big bang, the Euro 1 system, SWIFT, beginning of the coexistence phase, the high-value payment systems of Canada, Australia, and New Zealand are also migrating. SWIFT told us our 72 hours in which we make history will start next Friday. So practical participants had expected an official announcement from the payment network after the green light for Target 2. The set of the coexistence phase of CBPR Plus for the 20th March confirmed again. What exactly happens when Euro 1 is a net payment system and is designed for the payments of cross-border commercial Euro system. After the postponement of SWIFT CBPR Plus, the change in Canada's high volume payment system. Okay, so they're saying that this is 314, that 72 hours of which history will be made. Starts this Friday. All right, that's interesting. The micro has already sent it. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing. There's really no point. I could switch to the other mic if you want. We found Mia's channel. I don't know why the mic isn't working. It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me because it works fine on my end. Okay. Anyway, so this is interesting stuff. They're saying, yeah, we did this morning. We've seen this. Everything is happening 3/20, 21 day ends on 3/20. So they're saying that today was, right, high, just in a Russian fighter jet struck a United States Air Force MQ-9 Reaper drone over the Black Sea. Beware the Ides of March. London Tube and National Rail strike the 15th, 16th, and 18th of March. 316 Ethereum developers will meet for their bi-weekly call at Thursday to link in a date for the mainnet Shanghai upgrade. 3/20, 21 days ends. Evergrande liquidation court. Binance buys Voyager, Swift, and EBA deadline. Evergrande, George Soros. Paris Blockchain Week. Stellar Major sponsor. Okay, this is all stuff that we've gotten before, but I think the interesting thing is this V for Vendetta was exactly 17 years ago, and this guy is saying that everything in the movie is exactly like what we're experiencing now. There's no sound when I tap the mic, right? This, you don't hear, you hear nothing, right? Nothing, absolutely nothing. It's dead, right? Yeah? Okay. All right, so let's go on. What's going on here? So, okay, this intel is scarce. It sounds dead, nothing. Okay, I don't know what to tell you guys. I hear it. Maybe I don't know. I'm just gonna go on. Listen, I'm sorry. I could switch to the mic from here. If you want, I'll switch to the mic and see if you like that any better. Okay, you like this mic better? Is this better? You hear this one? Better? Better like this? Yeah? We hear you, it's fine. You hear you fine? Okay, you want it like this? Because now I'm not using this speaker at all, even though I still hear it. Disconnect your headphones, okay. Let's try going back to better. Is that better? Sounds the same, right? Try pink headphones where we are the world. All right, you're right. Okay, so next time we'll try pink headphones. Let's see if we can find any other intel here. Okay. Bob Marley, Three Little Birds. All right. This White House. You guys, you can't hear anything, right? Just keep going. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make a difference in my. I'd rather be able to hear a little bit, if you don't mind. I'm just gonna keep this plugged in. Okay. All right. So anyway, so the White House, they reset every 200 years. The world. It was the first agenda 2050. 4 layers beneath. So what we see is 4 resets from 1050. This is pretty interesting. I hope you guys can hear me a little bit, because this is really good intel. The White House, they reset every 200 years the world. It was first agenda 2050. 4 layers beneath, so that we see 4 resets from 1050 until 1250. 1251 until 1450. 1451 until 1600. 1651 until 1850. 1851 till now. The layers were used by the Clintons, Bushes, Obamas, the reptilian underground workplaces for children and adrenochrome. The special forces found children who were born in these underground tunnels and never saw sunlight in more than 50 years. Tunnels from 200 miles even to the capital. The world is connected with underground tunnels. 32,000 miles. Capital is also closed. The elite buildings in the world will be destroyed by the rods of God. So you guys could hear that? Right. So that is pretty interesting. Does everyone understand the magnitude of what I just read? Sounds good. Just be like notch. I'm going to read that again because that's really powerful. Do you realize what they're saying? That every 200 years they reset the history. Okay, maybe 10. There's nothing I can do about this point. Anyway, so we have been from like 1851, and they were shooting for 2050. That would have been the end of it, and they would have started new. So they're trying to eliminate us. I think that's very powerful information. The end is near. Yeah. What's this? ISO 222. I'm just going to read this. In line with global standards, we are on a migration journey of moving off the existing Swift message formats, and we're transitioning to a new Swift standard known as Swift ISO 222. The message structure is dynamic and enables an improved data model with distinct structured elements for different types of information. What's wrong with the content? The entire answer, voice and usual, is not helpful. The visual answer does not make sense. The visual content is offensive or when does the quantum financial system start? From Dinar Daily Net, the new quantum financial system has been active since the beginning of October and is ready to replace the old system. So we've already known that the new QFS, that's how Tartaria went down, right? Every 200 years. That is really interesting. I mean, I can't believe we're reading this for the first time. QFS and Tesla free energy. Yeah. Hey, Jen Minor. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. I've been just kind of plowed under. Tides are turning, you all. Here is another post on education, and sometimes the worthless aspect of it. It has been so indoctrinated, especially at the college degree level. That's what I found, man. The higher up you go, the thinner the air gets. I was at Columbia, man. I was like, really, man? These guys are professors. Anyway, this is my Democratic governor. I'd like to call him Roy Boy, and I believe took a deal a long time ago. So his tune was pretty changed when he locked us down during the beginning of the medical thing. This is a Democratic governor telling us he signed an executive order to not require degrees for state jobs. You see how the tide is changing? Governor Roy Cooper signed an executive order on Monday that reduces the need for academic degrees for many state jobs and instead emphasizes work experience. You don't necessarily need to have a degree to be great at your job, and North Carolina is in need of talented people who can get things done. This order makes it clear that we recognize the value of work experience and don't want the lack of higher education to be a barrier to starting or advancing in a state career. Interesting, right? The higher you go, the thinner the hair gets, right? Here is another post on it. Yeah, okay, so we got that. This is, so 2 weeks ago I posted a video with this picture. Let's see what this is about. I'm not going to read that. Okay. Always remember, they have a plan and a reset, and we have a plan and a reset. One is opposite the other, mirror. The drug AC said to be sold to the stars for $20,000 per dose. Famous trapper assists a friend while getting a presidential dose of adrenochrome. I hoped you could drink, and the nurse says yes. The two then claim okay, so I don't know what that was about, but it didn't make sense to me. Putin pulls out red carpet for Assad in rare Moscow visit. Interesting. 123 years ago, the Gold Standard Act was an act of the United States Congress signed by President William McKinley and effective on March 14th, 1900, today, defining the United States dollar by gold weight and requiring the United States Treasury to redeem on demand and in gold coin only paper currency, the act specified. U.S. Cyber Command 13.3.14, 15.14. Be the autist we know you are. It's about the break. Godspeed, Patriots. News unlocks. Remember, this is a very important concept in the understanding of the intel we're getting. Is that you can't understand it by itself, but when you have to put it with the news, it unlocks the information. Yeah, you guys know about ASEA, man. I mean, that's really what this is all about. As the MSM kept lying and the JB regiment lying and they were all lying the past months that this country is winning the war. And several of us gave you the real numbers and updates and told you what would happen and what was happening as Russia was on a rampage. And now the MSM is beginning to report, just like Zelensky regime date reporting, they are losing the war. A senior U official told the Washington Post that Kiev doesn't have the resources to pull off a big counteroffensive in the coming months, as U is lacking skilled troops, munitions, and other equipment. Okay, so that seems to be pretty obvious. Here we go. The country R will use a Poseidon underwater missile to wipe Britain off the map. With a 1,000-foot high radioactive tsunami, if NATO troops put boots on the ground in Ukraine, Putin's propagandists claim. Okay, you guys got that? Trump said completely taken out. The news is upside down and backwards more and more. Yeah. As time start accepting we have other species of humanoids here, the government has been hiding them. Some are good and some are bad, just like people. Many of the good ETs believe in our creator. Okay, but this information about every 200 years a reset is very, very new and very powerful and explains a lot. So, and this post too is very important. The country R will use a Poseidon to wipe Britain off the map. The state media has urged Vladimir to use his underwater nuclear missile to wipe Britain off the map. Right, we got that. Retired Russian general called for attacks on Britain with a 1,000-foot radioactive tidal wave. Right, that sounds like fun, right? Surf's up. I mean, come on, man. Lieutenant General Buzinski said JB will definitely not exist if Russia unleashed the wrath of its nuclear missile. Okay. You know, this could be the scare event. I don't know. The WHO has admitted that 30% of the population hasn't taken a single vax. That's 2.5 billion of us. Not exactly a fringe minority. You are the legends, man. That's key. You are the legends. Those of you who didn't get it, man, you are the ones, man. Unbelievable. And those of you who did get it, man, you'll be okay. And if you take the life waves and ASEA, I think you'll be good. But Noah built the ark for 120 years through ridicule and mockery. Keep going. One day someone will be saved because you didn't give up. Okay, we're not giving up. Maryland mayor resigns after being arrested on more than 50 counts of things to little ones. Okay, I don't really want to go there. Stacy Plaskett is filled with so many blatant lies and logical fallacies that I have to break it down piece by piece. These will become the left-wing talking points. Okay, this is sick. Okay. Justin, U.S. summons Russian ambassador over drone crash. State spoken. So this could be the scare event. This could be the thing that everyone's been waiting for. I don't know. Pentagon doesn't give a straight answer when asked if the collision between a Russian aircraft and a U.S. drone was an accident. They won't answer. That's part of the course. And to top it off the dancing bit, we see soldiers of the U do dance moves. For what? You got to see this as a movie. Russia will use Poseidon underwater missile to wipe Britain off the map. That's pretty interesting. We read that a few times already. Manhunt underway for ex-chief of staff of former Governor Larry Hogan. Manhunt underway. Slow collapse, controlled implosion. It's going to be whack-a-mole all the way down. Ed Dowd. Now we're at the end game because the US dollar is all corners of the world. Is in all corners of the world. The debt that's been created using something called foreign dollar dominated debt, and that's choking the credit system. That's why Russia, China, and Saudi Arabia are all meeting to delink from the dollar. Basically, we're at the end of the US Federal Reserve currency as the world's reserve currency, and what you're going to see is our government and the powers in this country tried to save that. So whatever we see going on is a fight for who's going to control the world reserve status going forward. That's coming from, sort of normal sources. They don't know about the QFS. I guess Jimmy Carter, he asked me to do a eulogy. Carter was in a hospice. Powerful dust storm strikes Saudi Arabia. Delta Airlines flight DL-183 en route Rome to JFK declares emergency over Paris, France, and reroutes to London. EU parliamentary vote for the mandatory renovation of old buildings. We read this yesterday. Vendetta, the true story. Okay, this is probably interesting. 11 Italian Americans were lynched in New Orleans on March 14, 1891. The lynching caused a crisis between the President and Congress of the United States, between Washington and Rome. It also introduced a sinister word to America, mafia. This book has become a HBO film starring Christopher Walken. Beware the Ides of March. London Tube and National Rail strikes. Russian jet. Okay, so this could be the beginning of some kind of scare event that the drone was taken down by the Russian forces. V for Vendetta. I'm seeing a lot of V for Vendetta tonight with the dominoes going down. House Republicans will receive access to JB's foreign banking documents. Comer's made the announcement during a televised appearance with Sean Hannity on Fox News late Monday night. Comer says his committee came to an agreement with the Treasury Department to allow access to documents relating to JB and his family. All right. Okay, this is from Revelations. He shouted to the angel with a sharp sickle, "Swing your sickle now to gather the clusters of grapes and the vines of the earth, for they are ripe for judgment." So the angel swung the sickle over the earth and loaded the grapes into the great winepress of God's wrath. The grapes were trampled in the winepress. I don't know. I don't know about all this trampling and all this stuff. I don't see God doing that. Okay, important sequence. Saudi about to decouple the U.S. and joint BRICS. We've read this a few times. Yeah, this is one of Whiplash's favorite. Call to action. $3.14 full circle. Download Lobster app by Stellar XLM today. The Stellar network is your future, and the dollar is no longer. This is from Whiplash. He has sort of a vested interest in this sort of thing. Okay, here's something about Pi Day. March is named for the Roman god of war, Mars. However, we think of it as a beginning of spring, as March brings the vernal equinox, the full worm moon, and the return of the daylight savings time. March 14th is the 73rd day of the year, 74th in the Gregorian calendar. 202 days remain until the end of the year. In 44 BCE, Roman dictator Julius Caesar was launching a series of political and social reforms when he was assassinated this day, the Ides of March, by a group of nobles. Among them were Cassius and Brutus. Official Pi Day is 3/14. Hence, Pi Day is celebrated on March 14th, taking into account the mathematical constants relation to circles and it being a homonym to pi. Some of the best ways to honor the holiday is to bake and eat pies. U.S. Congress authorizes war bonds to finance War of 1812. KGUAM in Honolulu begins radio transmissions in 1922. St. Louis, Missouri begins radio transmissions in 1922. Buffalo, New York begins radio. Good Tuesday morning, Patriots. Another fine day to see some justice. Check the markets, and this reminds me of the most peaceful demonstrations in the summer of 21. For the moment, still being propped up by the media and the FDIC. So the market is sort of, they're playing a game. Bank of America is preparing for the U.S. to default on its debt. Credit Suisse defaults insurance costs hits all-time high as contagion fears spread. After the banking giants crashed, the cost of insuring the bonds of Credit Suisse against default reached record levels. So much is happening right now. We must stay focused. We must stay united. We're about to hit a very bumpy patch, and that bumpy patch will bring us closer to the finish line, to our most magnificently bright future. We must stay strong and positive. Nothing in the world will be able to stop us from accomplishing our goal if we remain strong. We need to keep our strength, optimism, losing the fight. Weakness only leads to losing the fight. We must remain strong. This is when we win what we work so hard and are accomplishing, a task that was once said to be impossible, but we did it anyway. Let's hold the line tighter than we ever held it, but we did, and give the white hats the chance to finish their cleanup by keeping the enemy busy. How? Very simply by being the digital warriors we started this mission as, by being the strong warriors we have become. Let's forge ahead to bring in the light. We are the light, we always were. There are 25 details for March 14th. 25 deltas for March 14th. Go to Alerts app and find deltas and click on Today. Get used to reading each day's delta. Love and continued strength to all. That's 3:14. That's very interesting. So let's read that again. Go to Q Alerts app and find deltas and click Today. Interesting. The meaning of family. Patriot and frog family. A fundamental social group in society typically consisting of one or two parents and their children. We are a family. A very special frog family chosen by God. Our parents is our Heavenly Father in heaven. We are His children. A true family is not defined by biology or marriage or even a home. A true family would then be the people we love and who love us back. The people who we feel safe around, the people we can count on to be there when we need them. So if the above is a true definition, then basically that defines the frog family we've created, right? We are not a family of frogs who want as well to choose to be together, embraced by a bond so powerful and strong that not even the slightest test or trials or troubles can breach. In our family, we take all kinds of measures to strive to make sure that nobody gets left behind or forgotten. We have awoken so many. We are ready to embrace even those who are still brainwashed, even when we know that some truly will never awaken. Belongingness is a major factor in this family. Each member of the family has a niche, a role to play which is defined by our strong beliefs and God-given talents. Have we not grown to trust each other, to bond to each other? I mean, that's really true of our little community, right? In every family, problems do arise, mostly because we let our egos take control. We have learned so very much on this journey and mission. We have learned that in order to grow, we must look beyond our own egos, shed our egos because we all have a common goal. Our goal was to save our children, but after being down so many rabbit holes, we were forced to expand our goals when we learned mankind as a whole was being threatened. Our egos should not hold us back from staying the course. It is said that ego can hold normal people back from trying and not completely succeeding. People who depend only on ego fake their way through life. They never really get the new chapter. The ego causes them to go from one drama to drama without taking the time to change. Ego shows up in us all, in the stories we tell about ourselves and others, in our expectations about how we want things to be, in the way we respond and react to highs and lows along the way, and the way we show up to our business or missions each day. The ego can also be very powerful, and it's not always easy to stand up to it overnight, but in time, with the right tools, you can start to break free from the chains of the ego. Let's not let our ego stop us from moving forward. We remember we are all in a family, a very special frog family. We are special because we chose to be this very special frog family. We are special because we chose, right? Okay, when God whispered, we answered. So be the best we can be. Let's stay in our course and let not our egos throw us off the path of the bright future that lays ahead of us. I mean, that was kind of similar to what SG Anon was saying, that it's really coming from us. That we are the change. We are, our very existence, our very ability to manifest our thoughts, our very ability to work together as a community, our very ability to think and imagine and dream and manifest. We are manifesting a new world. That's what SG Anon said. I think it was just brilliant. That we cannot be stopped because we have the ability to manifest, that our thoughts will manifest, and that when we have thoughts that we hold together, that nothing can stop us. Where we go one, we go all. And that the bad guy, the elites know that they can't do anything without. First of all, they can't do anything without us, and they can't do anything with us. So we just have to just keep going and just keep doing what we're doing, just slowly, steadily manifest the new world just by being aware of it, by being aware of our own power, by being aware of our own strengths as a community. We are the light. We are literally the light. And S.G. Anon said that we are the power. Nothing can stop us. We chose not to fall for their thing. And we will carry the ball across the finish line one way or another. So I think it's pretty exciting. Yeah, we're manifesting change, right? Yeah, I know. Our own families, they all think we're nuts. I mean, I was talking to my bestie about that. Yeah, it's like the 100 monkey syndrome, maybe. Yeah. I get it, yeah. Who's SG Anon? I put it on the Intel channels. If you go to the, I think it's in the show more. My Intel channels, I put it, SG Anon is on Rumble, and his latest one, Adventure 44 or File 44, is even though it's a bit Christian for my taste, I would say that it's definitely worth listening to, and what brand is my mic? I mean, I've had no problems with this mic. It's a Procaster, I think Procaster or something like that. Rode. It's a Rode Procaster. He's going to be in shock. We're the ones chosen, right? It's up to us. So he's saying that it's happening, and nothing can stop it, and we have to understand our own power, and we also have to understand the power of the matrix. And once we understand that the matrix is an illusion, yeah, that's a good mic. Once we understand that the matrix is an illusion, we can walk free of it. And we have, as a community, we are not victimized by the matrix anymore. I mean, we do not. I have people call me every day, and they're like, they say, is this Ellie Weber? And sometimes, like this morning, I stupidly said yes. But if somebody calls you and says, is this so and so? You say, what's it to you? Who are you? I know who I am. You're calling to ask me if I am who are you to call me? You're in my space, man. You're calling on my line. So, in the future, I'm just going to say, who's asking? What do you want? But I have a lot of, I have some involvement because I pulled my money out of the matrix a couple of years ago. I pulled my retirement out, and so the IRS was very upset about this. And I fell for some of their cons. They have people that pretend to be separate companies to do their bidding. I mean, it's just like, so they call me periodically, and I just say, click. Right? I'm not doing it, man. I'm not in the matrix anymore. Good. I'm so happy, JD, that we got something done. I can't, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm not fussing with it right now. I'll do a little later, but, it could also be my voice. My voice is, who knows? But, the message is that we do not have to be victimized by the, we don't have to be victimized. We do not have to take part. The Matrix is an illusion. The Matrix is the Matrix movie was, they say it was a documentary, not an action film. This is a real deal thing, man, the Matrix. And it's in the IRS, it's in the banking system, but it is imploding before our eyes, and we do not have to have anything to do with those people. I mean, like I said, I'm not an investment advisor. I hate when people say that, but I say it all the time. I don't know why I say it. I say it because everybody else says it. How matrix is that? Really? Um, Calling me crazy, yeah? I don't know, man. But anyway, we got this, man. I mean, the matrix is you can see the matrix, right? And we don't have to deal with it anymore. We do not have to deal with it. They're gone. They're gone. And we are coming into freedom like you cannot believe. Yeah, I know, Tracy. I know the mic's not working. I don't know what the problem is. It's the same mic I've been using, but for some reason tonight it's not working. I don't know. It could be my voice too. But anyway, starts March 20th, right? So the banks they say the banks have already fallen. It's just now it's just kind of a show. The banks start to fall the week before. Fed FTC will back all deposits at every level. No, the Fed is going, man. This is all a show. I'm blown away that I live with two people that have no clue. Yeah, I mean, a lot of us are like this. A lot of us are living with people who have no clue. You just gotta just keep going on. Just Nasara, I know, it's unbelievable. We were chosen for this role. We were picked. I mean, like I'm also, I mean, my family puts up with me, but I'm basically ostracized as well. I'm the crazy kooky guy. But listen, man, we're crazy all the way to the bank. And also, I just want to say, because I really want to build something with this community more than just thought streams and empowering each other. I want to build a financial future for anybody who's interested. So if you're interested, I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but I'm just going to mention it. That if you're interested in any of the products of doing it as a business thing, send me. I sent you a post today. Just send me a little email. I told you what to do on the post. Just send me an email, and we'll talk to each other on the phone. and we'll try to figure out, where we can go with this. But anybody who wants prosperity in the midst of this turmoil, I know everything's going to be good at the end of the day, but the products that we're representing are good for humanity and could bring a lot of people into the light. So I'm just going on. I'm just going on with what I know, and I'm I want people to be successful. I want to be successful. I want this community to be successful, not just in thought, but in actuality. So anybody who's interested, just I told you what to do in the post. Send me an email with the information that I told you, and I'll give you a buzz, and we'll figure out what to do from here. But only people who are interested in doing it as a business. Okay, so that's really it, man. Just don't even think about it, man. We got this. What's today? Today is Tuesday. It's the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 20th. The 20th is what? The 20th is what day is the week? Let's see, today. Okay, today's the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. 20th would be a Monday. The 20th would be a Monday, right? Clickers that they were showing us, right? There's no place like home. They were showing us also that we have the power. We have the power, and they know it, and nothing can stop what's coming. We just, it doesn't matter what other people think of us. Just keep going. You don't have to make a big deal about it. Just do what you got to do, man. Keep your food supply handy. Make sure you got some nice food. Make sure you drink lots of water. If you did happen to get this thing, man, get some LifeWave patches, get some ASEA, get some organic food source. I like all three products. If you want to do business with me, just drop me a line. I told you what to do. Don't send it. I told you what it is. I want to send it to a different email address. So we got this, man, and it's like that's really good Awaken one. I like that a lot. I'm sorry about the microphone. But nothing can stop us coming, man. We got this 100%, and it is like V. There's a video here that I want you guys to see. I'm gonna put it on the Intel channels. I also want to see it. But this post. Let me just read this post again, because if this doesn't blow your mind away, then it's just it's amazing. Okay, the White House. They reset every 200 years the world. It was the first agenda was 2050. 4 layers beneath, 4 resets from 1050 until 1250, from 1251 until 1450, from 1451 until 1650, from 1651 until 1850, from 1851 until now. The layers were used by the Clintons, Bushes, Obamas, and the reptilians as underground workplaces. I see what they're saying. There were 4 layers of Capitol building underneath, and that's what they used for all their weird stuff. They had identical buildings, 4 of them, going down. The special forces found children that were born in these underground tunnels that never saw sunlight in more than 50 years. Tunnels from 200 miles even to the Capitol. The world is connected with underground tunnels 32,000 miles. The Capitol is also closed. The buildings in the world will be destroyed by the rods from God. So we're coming into, this is new to me, right? That every 200 years there's another Capitol building. This is pretty weird stuff, right? So, see the Matrix, and Bella, I'm going to figure out a way. I'll figure out a way. It's actually not very heavy. I think I could put it on my bicycle. I'll put it on my bicycle and ride it to the post office. We'll get you those cups. But I think you might be better off with one of these businesses. I'm just saying, but you decide. Whatever you want to do is fine. You can see the Matrix, man, and it's going down. And as soon as you see it, it's gone. It loses its power. And we are leaving slavery, we are leaving Mitzrayim, we are leaving the narrow place, we are leaving the matrix once and for all, coming into the promised land. And it's going to be like nothing any of us can. I mean, like this whole thing about 4 Capitol buildings underneath the Capitol building. I mean, that is monumental. All right, so we'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm sorry about the microphone. I'll try to work on it. I'll try to figure out what's going on. I actually have another microphone coming. I just ordered another microphone, so I might have to use that. But I actually have another one of the. I have a different one, so a different one, a directional mic I could use. But I like this mic. Maybe it's just my voice. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It does sound a little weird, but I think that's really more my voice. Okay, so we'll catch you in the morning. Know that you are the one, man. You are so important. You are a vital piece of of building, of coming into the promised land. So, yeah. All right, guys. We'll catch you in the morning. God bless.